We're here on episode 6 of the Abundance Show. And I'm with this amazing soulmate friend of mine, numerologist, Bobby F Parihar, who I met when he was here in Australia. We're going to be doing this once a month. We did 8/8, we're doing 9/9, and we'll be doing 10/10 at 10 a.m., 11/11 at 11 a.m., and 12/12. And who knows what we're going to do in 2020. 1/1 at 1 a.m. could be very fascinating, or 1 p.m. So this is part of what I'm doing here. The Abundance Show is about living an abundant life. It's about learning to love yourself into abundance. And this is tools, tips, interviews, whatever else that's going to help you create a more abundant life. And Bobby is a magician with numbers, and he's found his calling, and he is really, truly making a difference in this world and impacting so many people's lives. Welcome, Bobby. Now we have the recording going.
Yeah, so I appreciate you for everything that you are and everything that you do. Plugging into your energy and having these conversations are so fun because it feels like we're supposed to be giving the world like a vision from home, from back in love. And you've been doing this, and this is who you are. And to be that channel, it feels like I get a chance to surf with you. It's a really cool feeling. So when you sent me this picture, you read out these cards. And the cards, if you're watching this on Facebook Live, you saw this. But if you look at these cards, there's this story about this heart, and it's like you have to follow it. And we're talking about these 5 here because Susie's like, oh, they tell a story, and I'm looking at the numbers here. So when I'm looking at the numbers, we're seeing a 9, which is a conclusion. This is that point where you have to let go, and then the transition of this story is that you go back to the 1. And you go back into the number 1, which stands for confidence. It's like independence. It's a feeling of leadership. It's a feeling of I'm going down the direction that I want to go in my life, and I'm starting new things. I'm currently in a 1 year right now, so this is a really nice. It's almost like a spiritual thank you from what was happening before. Oh, I think I'm getting your feedback now.
Number 1, which stands for confidence.
If you're on the Facebook, just mute the speaker.
It's a feeling of I'm
going. You're joined live, so just on the Facebook, just press the button.
Right now, this is a really nice. It's almost like
sorry, this is something's happened.
From what was happening before. Oh, I think I'm getting your feedback now. Confidence. You're on the. If you're on the Facebook, just mute the speaker.
Oh, right. Okay, hold on.
If you're joined live, just on the Facebook.
Yeah, I can't find. Right. Okay, you got it. Right, is that better?
Yep, we're good. And that way, I got it up too. I'm just watching the comments here, but feedback, that's what happened earlier. So it's funny how that happens. The 9 energy is all about infinite, disconnecting from time, being in the super cosmic. They're having all these weird little like technical difficulties that just make this feel like we're time traveling. We're watching ourselves in the past. Like we're really like inside of this spiritual mirror with this 9 stuff. And when we were looking at this, I was like, oh, this is such a funny story because you have to follow your heart. And that heart is not about the ego. It's not about what I did wrong or what I'm going through or how do I figure it out or all of the thousands of ideas that keep us up at night or that keep us in anxiety or anxiousness of some kind. The heart knows. The heart just flows. The heart is where it's supposed to go. So we're looking at this card, and it's funny how this works. I'm just going to see if I can do it like this, and then I'll show you guys. So first things first, we see the heart is going down a journey. And as the world melts away, this forest, it turns into this magnetic wave. It's almost like, like compare the 2 cards. From the heart's journey, it goes in through the forest, and then the one that says let go is where everything just turns into light again. And you see the heart is starting to turn into its light form. See, this is what happens at the 9. We're at the conclusion of our cycle, the conclusion of where we are. Now take second card, let go, and go into flow or freedom. Right? We went from second into third. This is that moment in between the 9 and the 1, that infinite part. When you're looking between these cycles and you see them start to go over and over again, when it resets and it becomes that 000, that freedom number, that freedom feeling, it's as if I've been freed from the cycle. I've been freed and I'm going back down now, back to my beginning. And this is where we see it, because if you look at between freedom and flow, you noticed here that there's no heart. It's just completely ready to go back down the water slide and start right back again at the very beginning, and into the spiral, into the vortex, into the new growth, the new place, the new. And it's funny because right now I measure numbers in a couple different ways. There's the month, there's the day, double nines. There's the year, 2019, but 9 is all. Then 2019 is actually 3. So when we put this whole thing together, we're looking at art, artistry, cosmic, divine, creative expression. And it's so cool because I'm like, you know, you're experiencing this through your deck, through your artwork, through your art form. And we're getting a chance to put this spiritual message together. So what do we discern from this? What's this cool, like, wow, that's so neat. What 9s are about letting go. So you have to look back at yourself and think, we're ending a decade, where I'm ending a cycle, where the years are coming to an end. Like there's all this 9 conclusion energy. You can look at things like, what did I work really hard on? What did I show up with? What was inside of my world? What needs to be shed? What needs to be let go of in order to make space for what's going to happen next? And inside of this letting go period and phase would be nice if you guys want to see what it's going to look like, you know, as things continue to move forward. This feeling is 2020 is going to be a work zone. So you have to get rid of all of the energy that has been swelling up over the last little while and get ready for something that's going to happen in next year. Suzie, do you want to add to this?
Well, for me, it's going to be very, very important. I know that.
Can you feel it?
Yeah, I can feel the shift. And I just like to say to people, I was on a call yesterday with Bobby, and that I've got up this morning with a totally different aspect to my life. I've made huge sheets of what I've got to let go of, because I'm worried I might miss out on what I feel is coming. I feel there's a really...
What do you mean?
Well, I feel that I've been holding on to things for a long while.
Okay.
We've just moved. I've got lots of clutter, and I hold myself back. So I've got this thing that this month I've made a whole list of everything that I need to let go of, so that I can move into what is going to be this really exciting energy that you've been sharing with me. Yeah, and I just felt a real shift today. I'm
glad that you did, and I'm glad that it scares you. That's that motivation we need to change. You can't just look at it. You got to look at it, and I'm glad that there's a fear there to think, I don't want to miss out. And when I say exciting, I mean the most hardworking, most foundation building. We're millionaires in the making, multi-millionaires in the making. Like if you're on this journey with us and you know what you're doing and you know what you're going through, we're building a legacy. We're building generational wealth. We're building more value and more wealth for people and ourselves and others. And this is our movement as an entrepreneur squad of community, soul conscious entrepreneurs. We're helping people move through this. And in order to do that, we have to deal with the crap we've been dealt with. We have to deal with the experiences. All of your stuff is literally holding energy, like all of your, and you being a spiritual aficionado, like you are a certified sage. Suzie is not really a human being. She's an angel sent, and she's one of our soul sisters, star sisters. She's our star teacher, and she's our star art class teacher. So there's a divine spiritual intuition in the things you bring to the world. You can't miss out on this. Like, whether you prepare or not, whether you fix it or not, you're not going to miss out on this. It's just going to determine what our results are going to be. And if the fear is like, I want to make stuff happen, I want to create freedom, I want to absolutely create abundance in my world for other people as well, we've got to make sure that we've cleaned our plate and we've cleaned our work zone. We've cleaned our spaces. because right now is an exciting energy because all the stuff is happening and it's bringing out a lot of people. Next year, it's exciting, but the energy isn't. The energy is logical, practical, the 4, let's get to work. I think you have 4s in your chart.
I'm a 4.
So you would probably feel it's exciting.
I would, because I'm what, 24, 12, 1948.
So
so many 4s.
There's 4s everywhere. So we can find stability in your structure. We can find stability in your canvas. The 4 is like the canvas. And we always, omit that in comparison to the art that we create. We never think about the dance floor to the dancer. We never think about the concrete to the skyscraper. And we never think about this part. And it's the most important piece because you have to have a foundation around you. And so 2020 is being like, all right, open the doors, build your foundation, go. And then I feel like it's that cooking show where they get people to do something. Some people mess it up and some people build the most perfect cake. And I don't watch TV, but I do when I'm at the gym, when you're running and you see the screens in front of you. I'm like, I don't want to watch anything else but the cooking channel. And because I'm afraid of the TV. There's Trump here and there's like people in jail here. And I have to keep tunnel vision. Sometimes I even just close my eyes because it's just too absorbent of all the energy. But anyway, speaking of absorbing all this energy, allow this universe, this time, this energetic field to open a gaping hole in the universe and have this all suck right out of you. Because I know it's been a challenge. People have been going through stuff. You're not the only person to worry, Suzie. Like everybody's going through it. A lot of people have that anxiety of, what's going to happen. And we're looking at a decade ending. Like we're literally finishing. Do we want to take a look really quickly and see what cycle you're on?
Yes, that would be one.
You said it was 12/24, right?
No, for you. The 24th of December. Yeah.
Okay, so the 24th of December.
Yep.
Okay, so you're in. You're a life path 4. So there's like a Mother Earth vibe about you because you have the same cycle as the planet. So right now, my birthday says 1. I'm in a specific cycle to my life, but you and Sally both share an exact cycle to the actual planet itself. So you're here to help us get through what we're going to get through. And next year, you will be one of the people who help us get through the more logical and practical sides of things. This is a year for creative expression. This is a year for, expressing your vibe, expressing your song, and to really put the art out there. Next year, we make a discipline out of it. So right now, it's your brand that gets broadcast the way that the art gets drawn on the card. And Des is like, yo, you got to start drawing. Like, you got to start drawing.
He keeps saying, when did I last pick up a paintbrush? So I'm about to get the easel out of the garage, and I was just looking at a canvas, and I thought, right, create this space.
Funny. Because my daughter's going through drawers, and she pulls out a bunch of paintbrushes and paints it and gives it to me, Jen. And then we go to the store, and we see a big, huge like canvas for painting, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And it's really interesting to see that, like the universe is like, you got to get creative. And then I hang out with you, and then there's this beautiful painting that you've done in the backyard and the background of you is this big, huge backdrop. Like, wow.
Like a canvas that, and people, I think this one is on Society 6. I'm about to do a whole lot more, and I've decided today to wear my art as well. Some of you who have cards, this is expected.
Yeah, art. The total day is artistic expression, but and the energy that's like, imagine this chariot, and there's an artist is in there. Is driving this, and on each side you have a 9 that says I have a cosmic energy that's taking me forward and into the new paradigm, into the flow. I have to let go, I have to get back into flow, and I'm gonna grow through into my confidence. It's like a big swoop, and it can feel like you're jumping off a cliff because that 9 energy is like, oh my God, everything's falling apart. I have to let go of everything. I'm going through stuff, and that's like a part of the human experience. I'm not going to say, oh, give me 10 Hail Marys and don't worry about your problems. It's like, hey, it's okay. I know that the 4 energies, like, I need to know, and I need to have things in control. Okay. So if we feel sometimes that we're out of it, it's like one of those anxieties. It's like, man, I was worrying. I had to write everything out and that I had to let go of. And that's not a really bad idea, to really express that energy and let it be expressed. Let the painting be painted. Don't let the paints be inside of you, right? So,
Yes.
yeah.
Also the digital. I love playing with Photoshop and turning my
Cool.
art into digital things, because I want to be able to do that so that when we're traveling, I'm still doing my art on my iPad or on my phone or something like that. And I'm not always having to have paints and brushes, which can be very messy when one's traveling.
Of course, yeah, definitely. It's nice, and I have like on my phone, the note has a pen, so you can draw on it if you want to, like, you know. So there's programs you can use it as a little paintbrush.
And the
But
other problem is the iPhone doesn't have that ability that you have with Samsung.
you have to get a pen that has a little tiny rubber tip on it.
I
If you
have
go to
got
the
one actually. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. So you get the Adobe Sketch app, and then you're off to the races again.
Yeah, it is. So that is really exciting, because I got goosebumps while you were saying that. I really thought, all right, this is it. So it is time, definitely time for that, and for the next deck of these as well, which is
Wow.
yes, a wisdom deck that, and I think I'm going to gear it more to entrepreneurs.
Sure.
And it's more for, but it'll blend. You'll be able to use the two together, because there's lots of words and lots of feelings and things I left out of this deck. Every now and again I go to look for something. Oh, now that word's not there. And one of the other co-hosts of this show, Karen Palmer, is the kindness mum. And she's quite conscious that she said there wasn't a kindness card in there. So that's what I'm looking. Hi, Jen.
Say hi.
Hi.
Oh.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the beach?
Yeah, we went to the beach with your mum.
Oh, my little tiny cutie. Okay, go play.
Well, this is.
She's got 9. She's got 9 energy in her chart too.
Oh, yeah.
She's born in 2016, or no, I think it's there's a 9 somewhere in there.
I don't think. Do I have a 9? I'm not sure that I can't remember off the top of my head whether I have a 9 in my chart.
It's the one of the combinations. Not December, because that's 3. It's not 24, because that's 6. You said it was 1948, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think so. 19.
I have a lot of numbers missing in my chart.
Yeah, that's not a problem. You have everything that you need to have and everywhere you need to. But life path 4 and year path 22. So us accidentally stumbling across that's a master energy 4.
A year past 22 in 20, and we got 2020 coming up. Wow.
You're picking up what I'm throwing down, everybody. If you're having a profound experience, when she said she's making another deck, I'm like, ooh, and I felt this universal, like little tiny mini black hole bomb just go off. I was like, whoa. The guides are divining, and you're like, wisdom deck. I'm like, new level wisdom inside of what's, you're going digital. This is a good excuse to, like, get back to the pad and start drawing things again. If paints and things are too messy, I would always say that the artist is good as their creative expression. You can find a new medium. You can go digital, go online. It's fine. Start drawing things if you need to. But the nice energy is that we're going to get some real spiritual download from you. And to think what has happened since you last made that deck. What was the shift in the universe? What's happened now? What's happened since? What type of an energy rise vibe are we in to think that this now calls for a new wealth-focused or entrepreneur-focused wisdom spirituality deck? I'm like super impressed right now.
Right.
Cool. Good. I'm glad you're in your art.
To do one for children too.
Children. Nice. Yeah. If I had to think, I'd be like, there should be a lover's deck, a children's deck, a mother's deck, a father's deck. But I'm just getting greedy now.
That's all right. Let's start with the wisdom deck for the entrepreneurs.
Sure. Yeah. Let's start with that.
And the children's one will be self-love and self-esteem.
Yeah.
Because that's my background. I originally I was trained as a preschool kindergarten teacher.
Ah,
Mm, mm.
that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's where
Stanley just had his first kindergarten day.
Yeah, so exciting.
Yeah, Stanley just had his first day at kindergarten.
Oh, wow.
It was so emotional. They read us all a story, and that was just so much fun.
Yeah, that would be. And emotional for the parents, too.
Yeah, it was. And, you know, it was like the kids were just kind of scared, and the parents were going through this thing, and it was really fun. But it's crazy to think, you know, I remember like losing my dog and meeting my son for the first time and sending my kids to school for the first time. And all these new beginnings are always around us. So the darkness comes and you feel like things are going to crap, and you know you've defeated, or you've been ruined, or you didn't get the success you're looking for. Another moment happens, another day, another decade, another energy, another cycle is before you. It's not just that's it, it's over. You are a series of new cycles moving at every different RPM, at every different gear size. And sometimes you need just the tiny little win, just that tiny little let go. It could be as small as your breath. It could be as large as a 10-year decade. You know, like obviously a decade's 10 years.
Yeah.
But inside of that, even now, we're going through the end. This 9-9. Tomorrow's going to be 9-10. It's going to have a 1 energy in it. So we're going through conclusions all at the same time or at different moments. You imagine 909 on the 9th month, 9 day. Or how about when we get into a 9 year? Like that's going to be a really big connection of like 4 or 5 years, all for this purpose of letting go. So, you know, let go and love, follow, and that's what following your heart is. Let your heart go, because it's the brain that says, I was worried and got to figure this out. And, you know, it's the heart the 9 is a maxed out heart level. So we have to really utilize the universal, it's all good, we are all one vibe in order to really make sense of our problems. It's this really miserable hurricane that just ripped through Bahamas right now, or Barbados, sorry, I can't remember which one it was. But the Hurricane Dorian, like we've got to be so grateful and thankful that, like, you know,
we're the same here, Bobby. We have got I think 22 houses have just gone up in bushfires, and we're not even near summer.
Ouch.
And a really historic thing called Binnabara Lodge has went up last night, and we've got these, I suppose, terrifying winds. We don't live right where they are, but we woke up this morning and we can smell the smoke in the air, and you go to the beach and there's just a whole haze. So we have to be so grateful for what we have now. And I believe this is why we have to also be so grateful for the gifts that we have. So many of us have so many gifts, and we hide them away. And we still need to be able to, you know, step into that power, that confidence to really move forward I believe is so important now. And I have to say something's happened, because I've become very emotional about that.
Yep. I'll tell you, like because the anxiety when you say that, it's like before I wouldn't admit that I was psychic. I didn't want to admit that what we were really doing, which was actually divining and going into that, because that feels like we've lost our lives for this before. And it feels like this purification or cleansing or ending of cycles at a certain point in our karmic destiny, this was us dying for what we believe in and going through the end of our lives and to experience that loss. And I like to think that that's where it comes, because, you know, people are losing their homes, they're losing their memories, and they're posting their names, and people are like, their families are, and it's like, wow, like, you know, you have to really step back from this and realize the amount of global cosmic level of love. It's powerful to journey with you to this height, because then our problems become so minuscule. It's like, I can let go of that. You know what? I can't let it stop me. And that's why we did cool things like, oh, let's do 8-8 and 9-9 and 10-10 and 11-11, and made sure that we start making a habit of this, because these are gateways for the vibration that is held in that month or held in that zone. We get a chance to see the cosmic gateway that's related to it, or whatever gateway it is. This is the cosmic gateway, 9-9. and it's hiding because it says 9-9, but the total vibration is artist and sweet and love and joy. So a lot of people will be going through a lot of really deep experiences, and I'm fine. It's okay. We're just enjoying. Let my art express it. Let me sing it through my song. Let me leave it on the dance floor. Let me put it in my creative expression. And that's where the healing of letting go really is. So you painting today is, and for me, it's tomorrow. I'm a day behind you guys right now. So for me, it's tomorrow, but for you guys, it's today. Sing, dance, jump on a bike, go and play with your kids, go and enjoy childlike love, innocent level energy. And let it express, because this is what the world is going to be giving you as a way of saying, oh, I got to deal with all this really huge stuff. God's like, here, have a pen. Here's a pen and a paper. Write me a poem. Or here's a canvas and a paintbrush.
I have to say, Bobby, I've just seen who's popped on. Is a friend of mine from Manchester in England, Asghar, who is an artist and also, if I'm right, does binaural beats and things. So, hi,
Nice.
Asghar, wonderful to see you here.
That's amazing. Binaural beats, we are a vibrational frequency. So when we can put a frequency through our brain and actually start to tune it, it's unstoppable. And I would absolutely recommend, if you've never heard it before, binaural beats are like very, very powerful. Get a good set of headphones and go nuts. But it just sort of like, it's like having a tuning fork and a magnet right next to you, and you're just like, woo. And like we have them playing in our living room, and I'm a very big fan. So yes, you're on the right track there, and especially you bring it into art, really, really cool.
Yeah, he does beautiful art, beautiful,
That's awesome.
Very fine drawings.
Oh, that's awesome. Absolutely love. I admittingly haven't drawn in a very long time. The last time
maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for you to even on your phone with your pen.
I have been, but they're just like they're fun little sketches. I'm still getting used to what it looks like, but yeah, I love it. It's just, for me, it's pencil drawings of superheroes. That's what I love doing.
You would actually like what Asghar is doing, because I'll share I've seen them he shares them with me occasionally on Instagram. So he does a very detailed pencil drawing. So there's obviously some connection there as well.
Cool. Yeah, no, drop the Instagram handle there, and I'd love to see it on the comments.
I'll drop it in. That's fine. Well, Bobby, I didn't know. My energy I was so focused when I woke up this morning. And I just want to share something with people about letting go. One of the things I did last night was I let go of taking this into my bedroom. I left it outside. And I get up. Some people know I've started the 5 a.m. club, and I'm on day 15. So I have, something that wakes me up. But I woke up early and I did prayers and things as I do, and Ho'oponopono. And then I got a message from my guides, and they started talking to me about what I needed to be doing today. And I never normally hear them till I'm up and meditating somewhere else. So that for me has said, this stays out of my bedroom now forever.
Yeah, don't put a TV in your bedroom. Do not put a TV in there. Do not put a phone in there. We took out our phones and our chargers in there a long time ago. Like your bedroom is a divine space away from electromagnetic frequency. And yeah, it's just not a good idea. I would definitely suggest best sleeps ever.
Yeah.
You feel so nice. Like I have an alarm. I can hear it from the other side of the room. I put it into another room. I'm fine. I don't want to have electronics with me. And sometimes it's you slip. If you're human and you slip and you're caught getting back to emails or taking care of stuff, just, hey, you know what? Put an alarm on your phone. As soon as it's 10 o'clock or whatever, 9 o'clock or however, the earlier you can put it, the better, to say, I'm done. No more electronics. Time to read. Time to start winding my brain down and letting it unplug from other radio antenna technology.
So I just think it's interesting because you talk so much about this 9 energy that we all need to be letting go so that we're ready for the new energy that's coming in.
Let go of your phone. Let go of your phone. Just let it go.
So
yeah, it's absolutely powerful.
Well, this has been fantastic, Bobby. I'm sure the people are here, and there'll be a lot of people watching the replay.
Oh yeah.
And it will be it'll be featured on my website and on YouTube as well. Some of you probably can see how Bobby tapped into my numbers and where that's heading for 2020. And I am really very, very excited. I mean, I feel very blessed to have this man in my life.
Yeah.
And well, I do. We met.
Well, let me quickly just give you a little bit of advice. Some people are going to be in this situation with you. Okay, my Sally is as well. She's born on a 22 year as well. She's born in this. You guys are literally in the same energy sequence on the third part of your life. It's so amazing. It's so cool. You guys are going to be absolutely needed next year. And Sally's been like, we need to declutter. We need to get rid of stuff. We need to get stuff out. We need to go and downsize. And I'm like, you are not kidding. And I promise you, if you got stuff to get rid of, clean as much space as you can, deep cleaning, because people are coming next year, and we're here to learn. We're here to build. We're here to put our work hats on, and we're here to set forth a vibration that will be felt for the next decade. So, especially me, I'm in a 1. So like for me, it's doubly so. 444.
Oh, what a wonderful time, I think, to finish there. I will be dropping a link in underneath the video and on my post. So if you want to get in touch with Bobby for a reading, you can do that. And remember, for those people who still, the links will be here for the My Heart Whisper cards. Bobby's just dropped that there. Yep. And for anybody who wants to book in a reading with me to help you clear your stuff as well, I'll drop those links in as well. And I just want to say hi to somebody hi Julie. She's a new friend that I have just met through an amazing transformational group that I'm part of. So I love the fact that everybody, I want to thank everybody who's been here today. I want to thank Bobby for being here. It's very special. And that's our show for today. Bobby,
Suzie, let's do something. I was just getting called to offer this combo. If anybody books a session with you, then I will give them a half an hour session on top of their booking with me. So what we do is kind of like a combo. Right. So if you book a 30-minute or an hour or a 90-minute session with me, I will extend it for half an hour and like, as a bonus for you booking with Suzie as well.
Right. Okay. So my link is here on my page. This book on the work with Suzie comment.
So it'll be $111 US session that they get in addition to whatever booking they make with me.
Right. Okay. So
that way we can combo it in.
So anybody who books with me, I will then, you need to let me, as soon as you've booked with me from this call or anybody from the replay or from my website, you'll be able to have this special session with Bobby.
Yep. And then on my site, just in the notes, you put there, hey, I booked in with Suzie, and then that way we'll connect. And guys, it'll be really cool, really powerful. So you go to my site, book your session, and then whatever one you book, I'll extend it for you. I'll give you another one, or I'll give you a bonus for the work you do with Suzie, okay? It's imperative. You need to do your work with Suzie. I promise you it's going to get you to the next level. I've enlisted this woman as a sage in my life, so I appreciate you for everything.
Everybody, remember, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the people watching the replay. And remember, everybody, always, love yourself into abundance and step onto that path. I don't know, of power. That's what just came to me. There's a path of power for all of us to follow now. Thank you for being here. It's been amazing.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.